You're on your bicycle, you get hit, you get hurt. How do you prove your case? That's what I'm going to talk about today. My name is Mike Bersani of the Central New York personal injury law firm of Michaels and Smolak right here in Auburn, New York. What you have to understand about bicycle cases is essentially this, that a bicycle is a vehicle just like a car. And just like a car, a bicyclist has a duty to follow the general rules of the road as spelled out in New York's vehicle and traffic law. That means that we're required to stop at stop signs, at traffic lights, and if we're going to turn, we have to signal. We have to use hand signals if we're on a bicycle. We have to be reasonably cautious, as a general vehicle is. If you're hit by some car, I can guarantee you almost that they're going to try and blame you for something you did. One thing they'll often say is that I just didn't see the bicyclist. If that's what they say, that's a strong case, because guess what? Even though bicyclists are sometimes tough to see and motorists are not looking for them, they're looking for bigger cars and they don't quote unquote see them, they are required under the law to see the bicyclist. Not just try to see them, but to actually see them if they're in their view. So that's a bad excuse. Now, other than the actual rules of the road, you're also required as a bicyclist to follow certain special rules for bicycles. One of them, for example, is that if you're driving along a roadway, you have to stay as far right as possible and use the shoulder if possible, if it's reasonably safe to do so. If it's not reasonably safe because, for example, the shoulder's a mess, you don't have to. And you also have if you're traveling in a pair of bicyclists, you can ride side by side, two by two. But if you hear a car coming, if a car is coming from behind, you have to go single file. These are special rules for bicyclists in New York State. And there's a lot of other ones like that that we who sue these cases out know. When we look at your case, we look to make sure you are doing everything you were supposed to do, and that makes a good case. If you are doing everything you were supposed to do, then your case is strong because it's almost certainly the driver of the car's fault. Now, when you go to a jury, you have to be careful how to pick the jury and how to talk to the jury, because most people don't like bicyclists. They tend to blame them for the accident, because most people drive cars, so they sympathize with the car driver. Most people don't drive or ride bicycles. So when they see that a car hit a bicyclist, they totally sympathize and empathize with the driver who says, gee, I just didn't see him, he came out of nowhere. We've got to fight that. We've got ways to fight it. We've got ways to talk to the jury. We've got ways to eliminate the jurors who have prejudice in that regard. Any good personal injury lawyer who has tried bicycle cases knows how to do that. We at Michaels and Smolak know how to do it. Give us a call if you have a case. We'll be happy to discuss with you free of charge your case, and you can decide then if you wish to hire us or not. Thank you so much for listening.